What if I told you that the largest living organism on Earth isn't a blue whale? It's a fungus? What if I told you that without this hidden kingdom, we wouldn't have bread, beer, or even many of our life-saving medicines? And that deep beneath our feet, there's a biological internet that trees use to talk to each other. You might think of fungi as just the mushrooms you see in a salad, or the fuzzy mold you find on old bread. But that's like looking at the tip of a colossal, world-shaping iceberg. Today we're diving deep into the weird, wonderful, and absolutely vital world of fungi. And trust me, by the end of this, you'll never look at a simple mushroom the same way again. So first things first, what is a fungus? For centuries we lumped them in with plants. They grow out of the ground and they don't move, so it seems logical, right? But that classification was fundamentally wrong. Genetically, fungi are actually more closely related to us, to animals, than they are to plants. Unlike plants, they can't perform photosynthesis to create their own food. They have to eat, but they don't have mouths or stomachs in the way we do. Instead, they perform a process called extracellular digestion. They digest their food outside their bodies. A fungus secretes powerful enzymes that break down the organic matter around it into simpler molecules, and then it absorbs those nutrients directly through its cell walls. It's an incredibly efficient way to consume the world around them. And the main body of most fungi isn't the mushroom you see. That's just the fruiting body. Its primary function is to produce and spread spores, which are like the seeds of the fungal world. The real action is happening underground or inside a rotting log, in a vast, sprawling network of tiny, thread-like structures called mycelium. Think of the mushroom as the apple on a tree. The mycelium is the tree itself, a massive, interconnected network that can stretch for miles. In fact, the largest known organism on Earth is a single honey fungus, Armillaria ostoyi, in Oregon's Malheur National Forest. Its mycelial network covers nearly 4 square miles, that's over 2,400 acres, and is estimated to be at least 2,400 years old, though some think it could be over 8,000. You could walk across it for days and never know you were standing on top of a single, ancient living being. This massive, hungry network is what makes fungi the planet's ultimate recyclers. Without fungi, dead plants and animals would just pile up. They are the master decomposers, breaking down tough materials like lignin and cellulose in wood that most other organisms can't handle. They unlock the nutrients, the carbon, nitrogen, and phosphorus, trapped in dead organic matter, and return them to the soil, making them available for new life to grow. Every forest, every patch of soil is alive and fertile because of this tireless fungal cleanup crew. But they don't just eat the dead. They form critical partnerships with the living. Over 90% of plants on Earth are in a symbiotic relationship with fungi. This is called a mycorrhizal network. The fungal mycelium wraps around or penetrates the plant's root tips, acting as a massive extension of the root system. It can increase the surface area for nutrient absorption by 100, even 1,000 times, reaching into tiny pockets of soil for water and minerals that the plant's own roots could never access. In return, the plant, which can photosynthesize, feeds the fungus the sugars it produces from sunlight. It's one of the most successful partnerships in the history of life. Scientists have even dubbed this the Wood Wide Web. They've discovered that these fungal networks can connect entire forests, linking dozens of trees, sometimes of different species. Through this network, trees can send chemical distress signals about insect attacks to their neighbors, giving them time to mount their own defenses. They can also shuttle nutrients from a healthy, sunlit parent tree to a struggling seedling trapped in the shade. It's a complex underground communication and resource-sharing system, all powered by fungi. Of course, we humans have been partnering with fungi for millennia too, and it's often delicious. From the common button mushroom to gourmet truffles that can cost thousands of dollars, we cultivate and forage fungi for food. But their biggest culinary contribution is through fermentation. A group of single-celled fungi called yeasts are the invisible magic behind our most beloved staples: bread, beer, and wine. When yeast consumes sugar, it produces alcohol and carbon dioxide. This process leavens our bread and gives alcoholic beverages their kick. Other fungi are responsible for the unique flavors of soy sauce, miso, and the distinctive character of cheeses like Roquefort and Camembert. But perhaps their most heroic role in human history has been in medicine. In 1928, A happy accident in Alexander Fleming's lab changed the world forever. He noticed that a mold, Penicillium rubens, had contaminated one of his bacterial cultures and was actively killing the bacteria around it. This observation led to the discovery of penicillin, the first true antibiotic. It ushered in the age of modern medicine and has saved an estimated 200 million lives since its introduction. And the fungal pharmacy doesn't stop there. Statins, the multi-billion-dollar class of drugs used by millions to lower cholesterol, were first isolated from fungi. The crucial immunosuppressant drug cyclosporin, which prevents organ transplant rejection, also comes from a fungus. Fungi are, without a doubt, some of the most brilliant and prolific chemists on the planet, constantly evolving new compounds in their silent subterranean wars. But, like any powerful kingdom, fungi have a dark side. They are locked in a constant chemical arms race, and sometimes we get caught in the crossfire. Fungal diseases like wheat rust and potato blight are a massive and persistent threat to our global food supply, capable of wiping out entire harvests, and some fungi are lethally poisonous. The death-cap mushroom, Amanita phalloides, looks innocent and is said to taste pleasant, but eating just half of one can cause irreversible liver and kidney failure, leading to a painful death. There is no room for error. The number one rule of foraging is simple. If you are not 100% certain of a mushroom's identity, do not eat it. And then there's the truly bizarre, the stuff of science fiction nightmares. You've probably heard of Ophiocordyceps unilateralis, the so-called zombie ant fungus. It infects an ant, grows through its body, and takes control of its central nervous system. It forces the ant to abandon its colony, climb to a high leaf with the perfect temperature and humidity, and clamp down with its mandibles in a death grip. The fungus then erupts from the ant's head, growing a stalk that rains its spores down on the unsuspecting colony below. It's horrifying, it's brilliant, and it's a stark reminder of the evolutionary power that fungi wield. So fungi can be creators and destroyers, partners and parasites. They are a force of nature that we are only just beginning to truly understand. And the future they offer is incredibly exciting. Scientists are now pioneering the field of mycology for new solutions. We're exploring how to use mycelium to create sustainable materials, a field called mycotecture. We're growing everything from biodegradable packaging that can replace plastic and styrofoam, to fire-resistant building bricks, and even a vegan-friendly version of leather. There's also incredible research into mycoremediation, using fungi to clean up our messes. Certain fungi have been found to be capable of breaking down pollutants like oil, pesticides, and even radioactive waste. They could become a living tool to help us heal our damaged planet. The fungal kingdom is vast, mysterious, and largely invisible. They are the great connectors and the great decomposers. They feed us, heal us, and have the power to poison us. They are working silently, all around us, under our feet, in the air we breathe, and even inside our own bodies as part of our microbiome. They are not just a strange growth on a tree. They are a fundamental pillar of life on Earth, a secret kingdom whose influence shapes our world in countless ways. So next time you're out for a walk, take a moment. Look a little closer. You're in the presence of a hidden empire,